All right, well, George the Tech here, continuation of the coverage from the Austrian audio booth here at NAMM, and here to tell us a lot more detail about the brand new flagship microphone OC S10 is Philipp Schuster from Austrian Audio. How you doing, Philipp?
I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm happy to tell you about the OC S10, our new flagship microphone. The S in the OC S10 stands for solo, so this microphone was developed with the solo artist in mind, be it for vocals, be it for instruments, but for those people who really need to shine in the mix.
Something that's very versatile, that you could use for guitar, you could use for any
Absolutely.
Kind of
Absolutely, and it's based on our CKR12 capsule with the ceramic ring. Actually, with this microphone we use only the top 10% of those capsules. They are very narrow in tolerances already, but if you buy this microphone you get the top percent. We have given the capsule itself a little more room to avoid any reflections. This is why we have a rather large grill here on the top, but also the electronic part has been completely new designed. We have a very fast circuitry. We're using mill-grade components to make sure that there are no tolerance issues. And this fast electronics really lets the CKR12 shine with its brilliant sonic signature. We have some settings that you can choose on a microphone, like a pad filter. You mentioned loud instruments. You can set it to -10 dB, then we are putting the voltage on the capsule in half. That helps, this brings it up to 157 dB max SPL, so sufficient even for very motivated wind players. We have a low-cut filter on here, and the polar pattern selector on this lower ring here. And as you will notice, all these things are on those rings here, a bit like one of the DSLR cameras. Very nice to handle. And also these are steered by Hall sensors with a magnet, so you don't wear out the switches because there is no real switch inside.
I think that is some incredibly brilliant design, that there's no contacts to wear out.
Exactly, and what I need to mention is because some people say, oh no, but now you're going digital. No, we are not. We're just using that to steer the analog circuitry that's in the microphone, and that's doing the whole processing. So the whole audio path is all analog.
Can I say one more thing about the rings?
Please.
My audience are voiceover actors. All of the time I use the analogy of a camera lens.
Yeah.
I talk about focusing. Hey, what's up, John? I talk about focusing, I talk about zoom, and I talk about how microphones do not have those things. And now you have a microphone that basically has those things, which is so amazing and so logical. So I love that the industrial design is awesome.
Yeah. As I mentioned, you have the polar patterns on the microphone, but what you also can do is you can use the second output of the microphone. If you use the second output of the microphone, you would record the front and the back membrane on two separate channels, and then in post-processing in your DHW, you can choose which polar pattern you want to use. And if you know our apps already, if you don't, please go to a website and download this. It's a plugin for UDHW. You can choose your polar pattern after the recording. And with our plugin, you can also do that by frequency. So for example, in the bass area, you want to put it in omni, maybe in the mid area, I don't know, you want to play around with a figure 8, whatsoever. You can do all this with our plugins. As I said that, if you're using the internal switching, you definitely have to put it in channel 1, because otherwise you would record the back membrane and that would result in some strange things. So we wanted to make sure that it's only possible to plug in channel 1. If you try to plug in channel 2, that's not possible unless you have plugged in channel 1. If you have plugged in channel 1, then you can plug in channel 2. Yeah. So we made this really proof that no misuse can happen.
Yeah.
The microphone itself is suspended in this nice little shock mount here with elastomer material, very sturdy but also very good in damping any shocks that might come to the mic stand. And this shock mount also has a swivel joint included. So if you're using it for an instrument, you can put the microphone in any position you like without any hassle, without any additional hardware. That's all included with the microphone. Also included is our new pop filter.
Yeah.
This pop filter is actually a metal mesh.
Yes.
So a very sturdy material, frameless, so you don't get any reflections from the frame, and with very good acoustic properties. So you really can barely notice any difference if you put it on or off, apart from that the pop noises are gone.
Right.
It attaches magnetically to the shock mount, so it's in the right position every time. Microphone comes with the spider, with the shock mount, with the pop filter, but also with this nice little wood box. So in case that you want to put your microphone in a mic locker, you don't need to find another box. You put the microphone in here.
Sure, you're never going to put the microphone away ever again, right? Once you get this mic.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that you can use this box for something else, because the microphone is always on and always used.
Always good
but
to be,
if you are in the studio where you need to pack it away, you can pack it away in a box, put it in the mic locker.
Yes.
The whole thing comes in a bit larger suitcase type style thing, where you can store all the things. If it's in your home studio, you obviously don't need to lock it away that good, but yeah, a new precious thing maybe.
So I heard you're shipping in the next quarter?
Yeah,
Quarter
second quarter of this year we'll ship it, and the retail price will be roughly $3,000. So,
Excellent. I mean, the price point is square on target with, one of our other flagship favorites in Voiceover. I can tell you that. So I think it's going to be a hell of a competition. All the folks that have already had these other mics are going to be a lot more interested in this one.
I think
but the industrial design is, I can't get over how clever the Hall effect sensor switches are.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, it looks like they're not going to be sturdy or something, but
they are.
There's no contacts.
There's no contacts.
No contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I appreciate your time, Philip.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to show it to you.
For the press conference. And thanks so much for supporting the Pro Audio Suite.
We do that.
You guys have now for over 4 years.
Thank you very much.
We're really grateful for that support. And we just love having your microphones and headphones to do the best possible show. I think one of the best sounding, best produced podcasts anywhere.